Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we are looking at another spicy game from Goliath Games, LLC. This one is called Coffee Break. It's supposed to be fast-paced fun for ages 8 and up, 2 to 4 players. So let's see what we've got here. We looked at Salt and Pepper previously. This one is slightly more pieces. This one has 5 dice, 40 coffee beans, instructions, and according to the box, a latte of fun. Wow, that's original. Yay. Alright, so we got some plastic there, and here's our bottle. There's really not much to these. So, like the other one, it's got a flip top spice bottle. And this one has green instruction sheet so you can kind of tell it apart, and light brown instead of black to give it that kind of coffee look. And the top flips up so you can supposedly pour everything out. Alright, these things roll a little bit, so now to get the instructions out, you're going to take the lid off, from what I found. So the instruction manual is real simplistic. It really is an easy game. That's kind of what I like about these games. My problem with them is that they tend to be overpriced initially, because they seem to go for about $8, and honestly it's more of a $5 game. If you paid more than $5 for it, you're probably going to feel a little cheated. If you can find it cheaper, I would say, pick it up. It'd be worth playing with somebody that's not a traditional board gamer or, dice roller or anything like that. For, somebody that doesn't want to play anything beyond the pedestrian Monopoly type games or has never had experience with them. And, because a lot of games look intimidating. You walk up and take a look at, like, Consulting Detective, and you're going to be a little bit like, what is this? If your experience has been, like, Monopoly and Clue in life, you're not going to really grasp it. So this might be better for those type of gamers. Now, there are these little, supposed to be coffee bean pieces that say cafe on them. I don't know why, but they do. But they're not solid like I thought they would be. They're actually hollow, and it adds a certain cheapness to it. But they are decent size. They do kind of move around real easily, as you saw when I opened it. They kind of scattered. And there are 40 of them, so it would be real easy to lose a few. But I think you could probably work around that. The dice, however, are probably a lot harder to replace. So that's where it's going to be a little bit trickier. Let's get some of these bean things out of the way. There's definitely more pieces here than in the other game, which is good and maybe bad. I'm not sure yet. But let me get these coffee beans out of the way. Oh, one of them is kind of... Look at that. That's a molding error there. Yeah, they're supposed to look like this, and it doesn't quite have that full bean texture. It's a little more than half of one. So that's some quality assurance issue there, but that doesn't actually bother me because I paid less than $5 for this, so I'm not upset. So the dice, like there's this image here of, like, let's start here with this one. It's like 3-dot one. And then you've got a line one with like 2 little lines of steam coming out, then a black one, and then another one of that striped one. Then we're back to the polka dot one. Rotate, we've got a blank cup, then of course that one again, and then another blank looking cup. So all the dice are the same, and there's 5 of them. So if you lose them, maybe you could replicate them with a D6. There's no more than, I think, 2 of an image on here. It looks like they're all the same anyway. Oh, are these different? Oh, they are different. Damn it. Okay. So we'll start with the cow-looking one. This one has that. Then the blank cup. then the lines, then the blank cup again, rotate, solid black, there's that one again, and then the solid black on the opposing side, so the black is across from each other. And this one is the same as that. Well, is it? No, the dice are different. So you got that across from another black one. Then you got the polka dot cow one. See, and it's in a different location. So the dice appear to be somewhat different for pattern. So yeah, finding and replacing these might be a bit of a pain. But they are actually pretty nice dice. They're not the greatest, they're average I'd say, but they could have been a lot cheaper. This is actually probably the most expensive part of this game is the dice. Because the plastic bottle is probably pretty cheap. So yeah, I would say that the dice are actually shockingly good. And if you lose the coffee beans, you could substitute those with pennies or something. The dice you might have to recreate out of some D6s. But everything does fit in the bottle like advertised. And I would say this one probably looks a little more interesting than the salt and pepper one. But all of them look like they're enjoyable to kill a few minutes of time. So it would be a nice little addition to a game collection, I think. If you're looking to introduce some normies into your game hobby, or you're just looking for a new type of game to play that isn't too complicated and that will just kill a little bit of time, like in between other games or family game night sort of thing. It is aimed at ages 8 and up, so it's a pretty all ages kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, if you get it for less than $5, I would definitely say pick it up. I think these are nice additions to game collections. They're easy to store because they're small and compact, and they don't take long to play. You're looking at 10 minutes tops, I think, is yeah, 2 minutes to learn, 10 minutes to play. I don't think it would even take 2 minutes to explain this one. So I kind of like these games. I think they're more aimed at entertainment for people that aren't hardcore gamers. So that's good and bad. But the quality is not super high. This one's actually nicer than the other one, I think, just because of the dice. But yeah, I don't think I'd be comfortable paying more than $5 for it. The original price I think was $8, which is a little high. But if you could find them for $5 or under, pick it up. It'd be a nice little game you could play with normal people and not get too many weird looks. And something you could do on a coffee break at work with one of your coworkers, or team building, that sort of thing, or just playing at home with the family. And it'll be easy to store. It'll fit in a closet or a bookshelf or a spice cabinet very easily. But that'll do it for this episode. As always, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. We hope to see you on the next episode of What's Inside.